Welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Doireann Mc Dermott, and on Tuesday, Vladimir Putin nominated Elvira Nabiullina to be the new head of Russia's central bank. Now, investors are concerned for the central bank's independence, and on this subject, I am joined on the line by Ivan Tchakarov, chief economist for Russia at Renaissance Capital. So, Ivan, do you think this could threaten the independence of the central bank?
Well, first of all, this is a name that appeared quite late into the game. There are all kind of different candidates being mentioned over the last couple of months, and the name of Elvira Nabiullina appeared only at the end of last week. So, in that sense, it was somewhat of a surprising person for Putin to propose. This is the first thing. The second thing is that I think, given the fact that Elvira Nabiullina was an economic advisor to Putin, given the fact that she was the economy minister during Putin's presidency, there is this kind of a close association between her and Putin. So from that perspective, I think the market could indeed perceive this person as one that might actually lead to a central bank that could be more receptive to political pressure from the government and in general from the political establishment into the future. So from that perspective, I think it probably would be fair to say that we might see somewhat of a less independent central bank, which I think would be sad, because over the last couple of years, certainly since the crisis, I think the Central Bank of Russia had been doing a very, very good job in the country.
One of the biggest tests this new governor faces is to manage a clash between the government and the central bank over interest rates, as Russia's $2 trillion economy expands at the weakest pace since the 2009 contraction. Now, how do you think the new governor will tackle this problem, and what other challenges may they face? Yeah,
I think actually it is the most topical issue in Russian macroeconomics these days, whether the central bank will actually give in to all the pressure that is, I think, is very, very evident, that has been very evident here in Russia over the last 5 to 6 months. And I think this is exactly the reason why there is this concern, there is this worry that the appointment of somebody that is considered very close to Putin might impinge on the central bank's independence. So I think the general expectations are that with her assuming the position of central bank governor starting from the end of June, the direction of monetary policy in Russia will definitely be for softer, for more accommodating monetary policy. What I think is makes this very unfortunate from the point of view of the central bank is that I think, given as you correctly pointed out, the cyclical state of the Russian economy is growing only at 2% right now. I think there is a very good case in any case for more accommodating more monetary policy. But I think this particular person having such a close association with Putin, kind of cutting interest rates, will unfortunately be taken by the market as a sign of the central bank basically giving into political pressure. So to summarize, yes, I think there is in general a good macroeconomic case for lower interest rates, but I think that the lower interest rates that we believe the central bank will deliver with this new person will be taken by the markets as a kind of a less independent central bank. So this is the kind of a dilemma that the central bank finds itself in.
And finally, on the back of this news yesterday, the ruble erased gains against the dollar and other paired currencies. Now, do you think this leadership change will have a serious negative impact on the ruble?
If we think in fundamental terms, I think that probably, from my perspective, the key loser, if you would like, in her appointment will actually be the Russian ruble, for a very simple reason, actually for two reasons. From a shorter term perspective, given the expectations that she'll be more dovishly oriented if she were to cut rates or to cut rates by more than the market anticipated before her appointment. This means obviously obviously in the shorter term it will put some downward pressure on the ruble, but also from a medium-term perspective, we should keep in mind that while she was an economy minister, she was always supportive of a macroeconomic policy aimed at stimulating economic growth, including via a weaker exchange rate. So I think, again, there are short-term and medium-term reasons to believe that actually her appointment will be associated with pressures for the Russian ruble to be actually weaker. So from that perspective, I think we should probably be a little bit more bearish on the Russian ruble related to her appointment as a new central bank governor.
Thank you very much. Well, viewers, tomorrow I will be looking at the European bond markets and in particular looking at Ireland's successful entrance into the bond market. So make sure you tune in for that. But for now, have a great day.